So we're back and doing the Golden Man Challenge again, solo. And in this video, I'm gonna redo offense. In my previous run on offense, I died on the first quota and wasn't sure if I could reset the run within the hour. So I just kind of accepted that I got 20 credits and moved on. But I got confirmation from holic that you can just keep going, and as long as you don't reset the timer, you're good. And then you can just pick the better score of the two, or of the many runs that you do, I suppose. In the original run, I died with 46 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock, so I'm just gonna start with 46 minutes to call it quits, cause, or just, you know, since it's a kind of a run back run. If I knew this rule ahead of time, I would have quit out the frame that I died, so I would have been 46 minutes, 20 seconds, but I'm not even gonna worry about that. So we're just gonna hit start here. We're gonna go to offense and see if we can do better than 20 credits in 46 minutes. So let's go start the timer, confirm, and route ourselves to offense, because I would have had to go to the main menu and all that. Feel like it would have been fine if I just started at 46 minutes, 20 seconds, but it's okay. Not a big deal. Kind of, oh, flooded.
Welcome to your first day on the job. This is your
Almost forgot to play Lethal Company today and get this recording done. I've been rewatching Hunter x Hunter, and the rewatch made me, that was kind of a crazy jump. The rewatch made me just want to kind of reread the manga too. So, oop, don't know why I almost ran off there. And before I get stuck in the Hunter x Hunter rabbit hole, I figured I should at least record some Lethal Company first, especially since I go back to work tomorrow and all that. Tomorrow being Monday, it is Sunday when I'm recording this. Got an Easter egg. You know, if I just quit the challenge now, I will have already outperformed my previous run for the turret already. Not sure which, it looks like it's facing the door there. So, not really gonna mess with that. I think it's early enough so I can still play main entrance. It is early enough, so I'll play main. I really should just be playing main first, I think. Or I could also just leave, since it's flooded. I'm just remembering now that I was gonna practice the offense jump, or the offense fire exit jump before doing this run, so that way I'd have that option available to me. But I'm only just remembering that now, so run's already live, we're not gonna go back. It's cool. Not that big a deal, honestly. Like I said, I was already cool with having the 20 score, but I'm even more cool with getting a different score. Now, that said, I will also have the opportunity to redo March as well, but redoing March won't be as critical as this one, because on March I was able to make it pretty much the whole way through without dying, and I only died with like 12 minutes left to go. And I'm not sure if I can outperform the 667 score I got on March in 12 minutes, but I'm gonna give it a go anyway, just in case, because I mean, might as well, right? It's time that I should just use. So that's why it's a big thing to not die on the third day of a quota in this run. Your scores can just be significantly lower than if you just played it a little safer. Especially when you're doing it solo, like, the risk is not really worth it. And speaking of risks not being worth it, we're just gonna go with this. Full inventory. Haven't seen a thumper or a coil head yet, and I'm hoping to get back before baboon hawks and sandworms become an issue, which become even more of an issue in flooded, since we're the only ones that are hindered by the flood. Flood and sandworm is just a combo for death, basically. So let's just remove that possibility entirety. For those that don't know, offense is the only free moon that doesn't spawn beehives. That's still true even with the inclusion of adamants. So unlike the other moons, I won't be able to get any beehive cheese here. But we will get a tattered metal sheet worth 26, and almost enough to meet first quota with just this. Already 9xing our previous score with this plus the 60 credits we have on the terminal already. Grand total of 180. But yeah. Go to day 2. Flood it again. We'll still do the same route as last time. I think it's okay. Oh, I jumped a little early that time. Not sure why my timing on that jump has just been so scuffed lately. Maybe it's because I haven't been playing offense as much. Not really my go-to free moon, to be honest. I was kind of thinking about redoing my moon tier list again, but I think nowadays, as far as the free moons go, my favorite... Well, I mean, my favorite ones to actually play on are just, hold on, give me a... I don't know what that... Okay. I heard like a click sound and I didn't want that to be a landmine. Plastic fish. Bottles. Hopefully you all understand why I'm just kind of playing super safe here. I forget what tangent I was going on prior to this, but... Oh yeah, favorite moons to play on. I mean... contrary to people who prefer moons with a lot of loot, I just prefer... I'd say like my favorite moons to actually play on are just Experimentation and Val. They're very chill moons. Don't have to think very hard about how to play them. Assurance is cool too. I've just had a lot of deaths on Assurance. You know, something that just kind of... I like maps that just kind of allow for continuous gameplay without much trouble. Even if it means I'm probably like not getting as much loot as I would playing on a different moon. Trippin'. Sometimes I hear the sounds of the ship and think it's a beehive. Looks like the this moon is elevated a bit higher, that's why we're not seeing any flood water here, despite hearing it. Actually, I do like playing on Assurance as well. It's just like playing the outside of Assurance is a lot more stressful than playing the outside of Experimentation and Val. I'd say the inside of Val is more stressful than the inside of Assurance. So Assurance gets some points there, but really what makes it for me is whether or not I can chill outside or not. Ooh, there's a turret there. See, and I almost just got murked for no reason. Okay, we're good. We'll be happy with this. Like whatever I get here just kind of feels like extra credit pretty much. Even though it's just a completely valid way to approach the run. Like this is what I would have done normally, but now I just get to do it again. Other moon that I like playing on, I also like playing on Embryon. Even though it's super dangerous and not a lot of loot, it's just really funny. I also like the challenge of outrunning old birds, but at the same time it's not challenging at all because you could just run along the outskirts of the whole map. And then the inside is just ridiculous too, so best to not take that moon too seriously. Just kind of like the game in general. Wasn't meant to be all that serious. But we make it we make it what we make it, you know. Kind of like how Super Smash Bros. Series wasn't meant to be competitive, it was meant to be like a casual party game, family friendly stuff, and then the community made it competitive. You know, shoutouts to the Smash community. I used to play and dabble in competitive Melee for quite a bit. Used to help run local tournaments as well. And hosted a lot of Smash Fests at my house. You'll actually see that the first video on this channel is just some highlights from those sessions from way back when. Don't really play nowadays. I mean, I have Slippy installed at least, but that's about as far as it goes. That's actually how I know Nico and Larry through the Smash community. because Nico was one of the head TOs of the local scene, and then Larry was one of the new guys that showed up to a tournament, and we just ended up playing together. And ended up living really close to each other too, actually. It looks like a loot room, so I'm gonna go over there. Teeth. Not gonna go down there in case there's a turret or something in the dark. One of the downsides of not running a flashlight. Can't really see hazards. That's kind of a big deal, in my opinion. Teeth is good though, I feel like that's a rare drop. It's also rare that I'm not getting so many two-handed items on offense. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough time to go to main entrance unscathed here. Unless I just drop the loot off here and go. But it's okay. 35 minutes on the clock. We're actually going through this pretty fast, it seems. Spending only a couple minutes on each moon. Yeah, I'm gonna go main, it's cool. Even though it's the last day again, haven't learned my lesson at all. Just meet the quota. I'm gonna get the 4% giant as well, it's gonna be sick. Yeah. Fun stuff this weekend. This was gonna be my first weekend off where I actually had both Saturday and Sunday off, but I ended up giving myself work on Saturday instead. Made a bunch of poke bowls for friends and whatnot because had access to some albacore from Fiji and thought why not. Another teeth? Jesus. Bottles. I think that's all we're gonna grab. I think this is okay. I'm not gonna get punked by a turret or anything. Or any outdoor spawns that decide to spawn too early. So that was cool. And then I wasn't gonna do anything today, Sunday. But I ended up going bowling in the morning for the first time in like a month probably. Actually over a month because last time I went bowling was on my birthday. So almost 2 months actually. Yep, just kind of been grinding work and Lethal Company. And not even really Lethal Company anymore, just like YouTube per se, which has a lot to do with Lethal Company. If anyone ever wonders why like I don't pick up a lot of tactics or smooth out the gameplay enough, it's because the priority is showcasing cool challenges and getting the uploads out. Because I think like an important thing to me as a creator is having the discipline to be able to consistently put out the content. And be just good enough to at least do a decent showcase. Pretty sure I've said that in many videos before. I was let's go to the company building and sell everything real quick. Dodge the stormy weather.
Report to the company building immediately to sell your scrap metal.
Oops, I picked up the egg too early, I think.
To meet the profit quota.
Because now I'm gonna have to just carry that egg with me all the way. Let's see which inventory slot it's in. Okay, never mind, we're good. Oh, I didn't. Okay. Oop. Wow. Rusty. So? Okay. I haven't had an Easter egg blow up on me on the company building thing for a while. Kinda nice. Sweet. Oh. Okay, I think we're just gonna leave with these big bolts actually. Yeah. Not sure if it's worth waiting twice. But yeah, all we gotta do now is not die multiple times in one quota, and we will have absolutely smashed our first score. Okay. Nothing crazy, you know, but it's also not crazy devastating. For the amount of effort that we put in, you know, that was pretty good, I'd say. Oops. I'm just glad I didn't die. I landed back on the ship, taking no damage. I also didn't land in a puddle. It is a rainy weather. We gotta be mindful of puddles. If I'm forced to retreat from the main entrance early, I'll go try out that fire exit jump. I kind of roughly remember where you're supposed to jump for that. Also, just didn't see a single puddle on the main route, which is nice. Have to be mindful of it on the way back, because the route back is different. Loot room over there at the end. Make sure there's no turret there. Oh no, this isn't a loot room. Maze. Flask. I'll take it. And then we'll go fire exit. Since I only have 45 minutes, like I don't have to commit as hard now. I just kind of have to get what I can get. Like having 15 minutes less is like a whole quota less, basically. Let's see if there are any puddles on this way. It is rainy, right? Not flooded. Yeah, there's a puddle right there. I also saw a baboon hawk nest potentially over there. Don't entirely love to see it. Being wary of any puddles around here. Hoping there aren't any right here that would stop me from making this jump. I've had it happen before. Not the coolest spawn ever. Okay, let's go try out the new fire exit rock jump. There is puddles right here. But it looks like I can just walk right in between them. With some resistance, which is okay. That's interesting. I wonder if I'll be able to make this jump with the pumpkin there. Oh, okay. Just go around the pumpkin, we're good. It starts off in the same area right here. It's just where you aim at is different now. Because before you would aim there, like towards where the black area, but it looks like you could just aim up here this time. And then jump again. Nice. Okay, pretty straightforward. Seems like if you have a full bar of stamina, it'll be a little bit easier. So that's back in my arsenal now, thank goodness. Loot room on the other side of this door, as long as I'm not locked out. Anything down here? Tattered metal sheet, we'll take it. Non-zero return, plus now we know we can make that jump as well. Look, it seems like the kind of jump that I'll be able to make with carry weight as well, because it seems like the important part is getting up to the initial starting spot. And as long as I'm not carrying something too heavy, I shouldn't slide down while I'm running. So, flashlight shovel should be okay. We'll see. If anything, you just do the adamant strat where, what's it called? If you start sliding down, or you just drop your carried items at the top of the jump, and then just pick them up later, once you're at the top. I saw Thelonious do some, adamants parkours that make adamants a lot more playable, so I'm looking forward to going to adamants and actually giving those a shot. Shout out Thelonious once again. Who I've also been misgendering this whole time apparently, my bad. Keep referring to him as a she, but then he commented on a video saying that he should mention that he's a man in his early 30s, so my bad. But hey, Thelonious, if you're watching this, shoutouts. Big fan. A lot of my channel actually started because, or like I started getting the challenge ideas from his channel actually. Thelonious was the first one to do like a moon exclusive run, at least as far as I'm aware. His experimentation only video kind of just inspired me to do a lot of the challenges that I've done after, especially the moon exclusive ones. Basically just did an experimentation only run right after his, just to kind of see where I was, like just to see how I would perform, you know, compared to a pro. It's cool to see Thelonious back too, and he still got it. It was always funny like putting out a challenge video and seeing how well I would do compared to him, and I would just get absolutely smoked, and I was ready that time. And we're at the main entrance now as well, which kind of sucks, but yeah, just because someone does a challenge better than you doesn't mean that you shouldn't upload. I think it's good to just upload what you got anyway. It's cool to see, it's cool for like viewers too, just to see how a bunch of different people like tackle the same challenge and whatnot. That's why I get happy whenever I see a new creator in the space, especially when there's a new challenge. So yeah, that's why I was excited to see like a group like Crew Inc. Like consistently uploading. I was happy when holic came up with a new challenge that we all love. And yeah. Ooh. I'm surprised I haven't encountered any enemies yet. It's just all like environmental hazards. And you know what? I'd like to keep it that way. Gonna take this key with us. But yeah, if you guys aren't like subscribed or watching Thelonious, go subscribe to him. He's still as cracked as ever. I probably would have lost hope on Adamant's runs if not for watching his Adamant's long plays. Like even just a couple minutes in, I was like, damn, this is stuff that I just would never have found on my own. So it's cool. Adamant's is now playable. It'd also be cool to see Thelonious take this challenge on as well. Love to see like the OG give it a shot. I remember when the challenge moons came out too, Thelonious came back and just kind of sent a run blind, and even though I had like meticulously planned for a run and everything, I just got absolutely destroyed. And we'd love to see it. There are also people that just kind of do the Iron Man challenges better than me and stuff. Like, for example, there's a Purple who has done the hardcore Iron Man challenge multiple times now, solo as well, which is something I haven't done yet. And it's a very impressive feat, I'd say. That was in V49. I don't think anyone's done a V50 solo Iron Man yet. I recently watched Psycho attempt it though, which is cool to see. Both Psycho and well, I don't know if Insim has tried the V50 one, but Insim just absolutely smashed the V49 solo Iron Man on his first try, which is pretty cool to see. But yeah, Psycho was struggling a bit with the V50 one, as expected though. The V50 one's pretty hard, but it's not impossible. Okay, well I'm just not gonna look at him. We're just gonna ignore the 1 PM Baboon Hawk. Could have been a 1 PM Giant, you know, instead, but it's not. I will go back to the Iron Man challenges eventually, just that the Golden Man ones are a lot more chill, I think. At least from like a recording perspective, because I know that it's only going to be a 1 hour session, plus a couple minutes of intro and outro, you know. Very quick turnaround on these. Iron Man I have to block out a bit more time just in case. Also just having a lot of fun with the Golden Man as well. Don't have to worry too hard about performance, just kind of have to focus on the 1 hour at hand, which is nice. The ideal gaming experience where you don't have to play for very long. To have a good time and a complete experience. That was the whole point of the Iron Man anyway. That was just this, the shortest format that I could think of that made sense. I mean, I've thought about like challenges of seeing how much scrap you can get in 1 hour, and I even have a video where I competed against some of my friends in doing that, but it was squad v squad, see how much scrap we can get on a certain moons and whatnot. So I guess we did have like our own version of like the Golden Man before it was called this. But to make it into a longer form challenge like this, where you go to every moon, like that's like a twist that I really enjoy. Yeah, because in my version, oh well, give me a sec. The map just got a lot more complicated now that this room became a thing. Even though there's only one door to go in, we're good. Nothing for free, unfortunately. And something spawned in behind me as well. Oh, okay. Tattered metal sheet. Better than nothing. Doesn't seem to be a thumper or... Well, it could have been a coil head that spawned in behind me. Coil heads are pretty quiet. But yeah, in my challenge, we did 3 different... Oh, I don't know if I uploaded the whole thing. I don't think I did. I think I accidentally deleted the footage before I could do it. But in the first challenge, we had to go to experimentation... Or wait... it wasn't a timed one. We had to see... Well, I guess it's timed by default. We had to do 1 quota where we did experimentation, then assurance, then vow. And see how well we did there. Then the second one, which I think went unreleased. But I probably could have uploaded that for 420 if I had saved that footage. But I gave both teams 420 starting credits, and then we were allowed to go to any 3 moons we wanted for the quota. And then the last one, because my team was performing so well, we gave my squad 1,000 starting credits, and we gave the other squad 10,000 starting credits, and you can go to any moon you wanted. And yeah, it was just 1 quota, so it was timed in that sense. But I never did the by time, like 1 hour to loot and whatnot. I think I proposed an idea like that to Larry once, but then we never executed on it because that was when, like, after doing some... Oh, hold on. Actually, the only timed formats we committed to was the lockout bingo stuff. Thumper. And after doing like the lockout bingo stuff where I had to coordinate teams and people to play against, the one if we... Like, it was hard to coordinate... it was hard to coordinate sessions where I can get squads of people involved, even if it's 2v2. And then when Larry and I would try to do 1v1s, we figured it would be more fun to just play together, like as a duo, doing a different challenge rather than doing a PvP type thing. Especially since we didn't want to do like the duo POV video format, even though it probably would have gained more traction that way. Just I don't know. I guess that's some laziness as well on our part. I mean, some people that inspire me in that respect, in like the PvP aspect and coming up with creative challenges, are Link and Rarg from the old school RuneScape community. I'm like religious follower of their Then We Fight series for a long time. And I wanted to bring something like that to Lethal Company at some point. But yeah, didn't have as much fun doing 1v1 stuff. But I still feel like the idea is good. I saw that Crew Inc. actually just released a video of competitive Lethal Companies seeing who could out-loot the friends. And I might be down to do something like that soon, actually. Maybe I'll hit them up, or maybe I'm more down to do the PvP stuff now compared to before, especially now that the Golden Man's being more of a thing as well. We'll see. I plan on finishing the Golden Man first before anything else. Give this challenge a proper playthrough, and then go from there. I'm just kind of yapping and not even really paying attention to the clock or anything, but I have a decent amount of time left. I still got like just under 17 minutes to complete this. I mean, it's been a pretty chill challenge so far. That Thumper being like the only indoor entity that I've somewhat encountered. And then the Baboon Hawk being the only outdoor one. This will probably be the last time I full sell. I'm only getting 400. Actually, no, I have to full sell next time too. Because I'd imagine that this next quota is going to be my last quota, and then if I have... And then if I can perform more, then it's going to be just one extra day, pretty much. We'll see. Not scoring a crazy high amount here. But yeah, I should be able to complete this next quota kind of comfortably. I almost sent myself back to the company building. Would have lost more time. 317 is a pretty low quota, I'll take it. Only have to get about like 106 per moon here. As long as I keep getting decent spawns like I have been, it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, finally get a clean fire exit jump. Baboon Hawk nest right in the middle of the map. Don't love to see that. But if I'm fast enough, then it won't matter. This is how I used to play Lethal Company with friends. We would just go in, quickly loot what we can, and then leave before outdoor enemies spawn. And then it was only when we started getting more comfortable with the game that we started playing more into the evening. I like physically recoiled from that. Nothing in here. Okay. That's cool. Oh, a loot room on. Nice. No double locker, but it's okay. Oh, main entrance is right there. That'll save me a trip, actually. Nope. Cool. Actually, do I go check this real quick? This is a faster commute. Turret right behind that door, that's crazy. Okay, we're good. Like I said, I only need 106 from this moon, so we got it already. Yeah. Don't want turrets to end my run. Flashlight will help a lot with some turret damage mitigation. And you know, like, I'm leaving these moons early enough to where I could afford to buy one. But I think I'll buy one on reaction to if I actually need to go deeper to meet the quota. I'm just kind of happy to get whatever score I can here. Offense is a dangerous moon on the inside. Highest Thumper spawn rate, highest Coilhead spawn rate of the free moons, unless Adamance has a higher one. Decently high indoor power level. Kind of a ridiculous moon, honestly. Lots of two-handed item spawns. Good place to go if you want to practice like your shovel combat techniques and stuff. And if you want to practice some useful parkours for in the event that you have to play offense for some reason. I don't think most like high quota teams will ever really play offense. But for people doing like Iron Man challenges and Golden Man, like, you know, it's good to have that experience. Or just like moon exclusive runs too. My Eclipse only offense run is one of the best performing videos on my channel, and even though it was one of the videos that I performed the least well in as a as a player. I do want to eventually revisit that and do an offense only run. The way I will revisit that eventually is on the 1000 quota Ironman challenge that has kind of been put on hiatus. The one where I try to, where Nico and I try to get the 1000 quota on every moon. It was our effort to get him to 1000 subs. And we wanted to see if he would, look at that double turret over there. What the hell? Yeah, I think we're good. And he got 1000 subs before we completed the challenge. But I do want to go back to it still, because I think it's a fun challenge. But you know, Nico kind of been on a little creative hiatus as well. I mean, he been playing the challenges with us, just not really uploading. It is hard to upload at the rate that we do. And I do want to make a video on that at some point. You know, I went back and saw, because I thought I hit the 6-month mark of uploading daily Lethal Company, but I'm just at 5 months. Because I started uploading Lethal Company towards the end of November. So if I think November through April, then that's 6 months. But I have to think of like end of November to April. So I'm just hitting around 5 months. And that doesn't make a crazy video. So I'll upload for another month daily and then make the video in like June or something about what it's like to upload for one game every day for half a year straight. You know, my background kind of just leads me to having that kind of stamina to be able to do that same monotonous task over and over every day. But also, if you like, I don't know if anyone in here is like a podcast or like business, personal development, enjoyer type crowd type things. But most of the people, like those mentors, most of them have like the saying of being able to do the boring thing every day over and over. The fundamentals, rather. That's a better word for it. Like the ability to be able to do the fundamentals every day, regardless of how much you enjoy it, is a good sign of someone who's capable of business or whatever. I kind of want to risk this. There's a loot room on the left, but I also just died to a thumper last run. Maybe I'll just roll for a better moon next time. I'm just under pace. But if I just leave now and get enough on the next moon to continue, I'll be able to go to one more moon and on top of the next one. But I think we're just gonna kind of roll for a better roll here. Not that uploading Lethal Company every day is boring, but like I get a lot of comments whenever I miss a day and mention that I've missed a day, that it's cool to just kind of, you know, take breaks and whatnot and upload to my own comfortability and taking time for myself and stuff. And definitely I appreciate the sentiment 100%. It's just the reason why I upload anyway. You know, it's just one of the values that I have. It's a discipline that's required to be able to do something like this, I think. I've also had a lot of comments mentioning like the numbers being down and whatnot compared to like say earlier this year, which is also fine with me too. It's part of building something in the long term. You'll have ups and downs. I was super grateful for the crazy ups that I had leading up to like this month, but I'm also just kind of happy to have the numbers that I have right now, because it kind of just feels like a baseline amount that I don't have to worry too much about going away, if that makes sense. Like, it's been just like some slight insight, I guess, into the current numbers. This is the first time I've ever had like just very consistent viewership no matter what I upload, which is pretty sick. And like what the fuck? Yeah, I'm not. See, what's with the scan? Why'd I have to go so close to that turret to see it? Whatever. I don't know if this is enough to meet the quota. I guess the scan's not working up here, whatever. I mean, a magnifying glass is worth quite a bit. Remote control is hit or miss. Big bolt tends to be on the lower middle side of things. So it's really dependent on how much this magnifying glass costs. But we'll see it when we collect it for real. This is one of the more dense fogs I've had in V50, which is kind of funny because it's still not as oppressive as V49 or prior to V49 as well. 54, 20. I don't think that's enough. No, not yet. We'll go main still. Should be okay. We ran straight into a wall. But you know what? No matter what happens here, happens. Even if I die, I'm gonna get a better score than the 20 that I got previously. So, not gonna be too upset about whatever happens here. If I can't get anything here, do I end up going back towards that turret and running past it into that loot room? Who knows? We'll see. I'm gonna get something here though. That's not one of the things that I wanted. I did get something at least. I guess we'll entertain the idea of looting something with this coil head here. Or not. That does put a damper on things, doesn't it? I think I'm just gonna call it with whatever I have on the ship right now. I'm not gonna meet this quota, unfortunately. Should have considered that possibility, but I mean, this is a lot better than what I got last time. And I think I'd rather just secure this than risk losing it. Not a bad score, honestly. If it was just a thumper, I'd be down. Thumper plus coil head, not as down. Because if I go, wait, I should have grabbed the apparatus at least, dude. Oh, I just threw. The apparatus was for sure safe to grab. I think the turret just kind of made me fumble a bit. It's okay. I mean, I fumbled in the last video on assurance, so kind of just tracks. It's not a chef and company Golden Man experience without some sort of fumble. Definitely gonna get roasted for that one. But it's okay. I'm used to getting roasted in the comments for inability and missing things. Part of being able, it's part of the gig, you know. Alright. Go. Who knows, maybe I'll actually get more than I thought. Maybe I'm missing a scanned item, but I'm pretty sure I didn't hit the quota here. This remote could have saved me if it was worth more. Yeah, that seems to be a pretty consistent 293 there. You know, people were saying sell this and sell this. I know these are worth 0, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just so you guys can see.
Your hard work is invaluable to the company.
And then I'll sell the keys that I have too, just to show that the value there doesn't matter. I actually don't have keys. But yeah, I'm not gonna take off because I didn't meet the profit quota. I'm just gonna end the run there. There's no way that I beat this score in 2 minutes, so. Yeah, see, like, it says it's worth 5 and 1, but I still get a total of 0. So that's why I don't bother selling that stuff. But yeah, that'll be the end of the offense run. I'm just gonna stop the timer there with 2 minutes left on the clock. Let me pull up my scores again. So, before this, I have it written down. Golden Man, I got On experimentation, I got 1,865. On assurance, I got 2,227. On Val, I got 3,096. So let's add those up. 1865 plus 2227 plus 3,096. That's 7,188. And last time on offense, I only got 20. So my previous total would have been 7,208. But now that I've redone offense with the remaining time I've had, I'm actually going to get 1,312 on offense, which is my lowest performing moon, but is also more than I got last time. So the new score is 1,312. So 7,188 plus 1,312. My new score after offense is now 8,500 exactly. 8,500, which is cool. 8,500. And then I already did March. So in March I got 667. So 8,500 plus 667. My new total after 5 moons, after the first 5 moons, is 9,167. 9,167. Now I can go to March for another, I guess, 12 minutes or so to see if I perform any better than 667. There is a possibility if I get like the right beehive spawns that I do better. So I think I will go give it a try still. But that's gonna be it for this video. And I'll upload the extra minutes on March separately just because. And after that we'll go to adamants and so on. Yeah, almost halfway done with this challenge. Pretty much at the halfway mark. Adamants will be next. Then we go into the paid moons, and then we'll go into the V50 moons, Embryon and Artifice. But yeah, let me know in the comments what your scores have been on the Golden Man. And yeah, what you got on offense, what you got up to this point, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.